go on from Christmas. We've talked a lot about Christmas and talk about New Year's, because I'm often surprised how many people come to DC for New Year's, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news and tell them that there's not a lot happening around here. I just had to respond to an email from someone who asked me the best place to sit to watch the fireworks. And unfortunately, we don't have fireworks. We don't have a dropping ball. We don't really have the things that you associate with New Year's or New Year's Eve in a lot of other cities.
I would definitely caution travelers and visitors, if you're going to come for the holiday season, there's absolutely a lot to do. But if your sole reason to come is New Year's Eve, you need to adjust your expectations. We're a great alternative to cities like New York. We're not having a big major event downtown. There aren't going to be those crowds. But it is also maybe a little bit on the boring side for some if you're expecting big fireworks or a big drop or a big party in the center of city. That doesn't really happen here.
So when you come and you want to go out on New Year's Eve, typically your choices are you could go to someone's home and go to like a house party. You can go to a fancy hotel party where you dress up in your fanciest clothes and pay a lot of money for a ticket. Or somewhere in between are just like the regular old bars, which I often have to caution, they're different on New Year's Eve than they are the rest of the year. So my favorite place, 364 days a year, might not be the best place to go on New Year's Eve.
Absolutely. I would encourage visitors to look closely. Most restaurants and bars will do set menus, cover charges. These are places that any other night of the year would never have minimums, but because of just the weird realities of a night like New Year's Eve, you really want to do your research and make sure that you aren't handing over money that you weren't prepared to spend. It is important to note, though, that places like the Smithsonian still open on New Year's Eve day and New Year's Day. Many of the tourist sites are still open, so you're going to still be able to do a lot of the great sightseeing, a lot of the great city experience. But if you're looking for something very New Year's Eve-y, you might be a little disappointed.
Right, so it's just the nightlife stuff that we're talking about. Hey, thanks for listening to this podcast highlight. This is just a small piece of the entire episode, so if you want to hear the whole thing, you can search for Trip Hacks DC in your favorite podcast app, or head on over to triphacksdc.com/podcast. If you like getting these clips, make sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking or tapping on the Trip Hacks DC logo, which is popping up right now at the bottom of the screen. If you want to watch another clip, go ahead and click or tap up here. Or for Washington, D.C. tips and hacks videos from the main channel, go ahead and click or tap right down here. Enjoy your trip!